Ellen,
Hi.
how do you make gravy?
Okay, first you have your pan that has the turkey in. It's got all the juices and stuff in. And you take the turkey, you put it over on the side.
Beverages.
Alright, just put over there for now, in front of the... Then you take all the stuff that's in the bottom of the pan and you drain it into your nifty measuring cup that's got a separator. And what happens is after a few minutes, all of the broth is on the bottom, all the fat's on the top. So you wait a while, right?
Right.
Then, this is specially designed so that then the stuff at the bottom, this thing only drains first the stuff from the bottom. So you take it and you pour the broth, and I poured it into this measuring cup, which I had already put in. I had made some broth earlier today. Okay? So all this is surprising. This is a lot of fat here.
Yeah.
Now you take some of the fat, depends on how much you want to make, right? So I think today I put like about a cup of the fat back into the pan. You can do maybe, if you only make a little bit, it's like down to a quarter cup, half a cup, something like that. So I put it on the pan with all the other little drippings from the turkey. I don't know if you could tell, but there's all the little goodies at the bottom that drip off the turkey. Okay? So now that's in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and put it on low, or medium, I guess. Medium low, okay? Now, you need a bit more broth in this, so then you go and you buy chicken broth, okay? So you have that. The other thing to make really good gravy is you need cornstarch, all right? So use that better than flour. It doesn't make as many lumps. So I'm heating up my fat in here. Okay, got to get that warmed up. Cook over low heat. And okay, now since I'm using the cornstarch, I can start to add my chicken broth in here as it's warming up. Okay, so I put my chicken broth in. Not my chicken broth, my turkey broth. Thanks, Mary. And I'm going to put some extra broth in. So I have different levels of broth. I have a small can of broth. I got the humongous one of broth here. And I've got the medium size. Alright, so you never know how much you're going to need. Alright, so now I got to heat that up. We want it to start to bubble, and I need my, spoon. Stir it, it gets all the scrapings off, really dissolves it all in there. If there's a little stuff in it, that's okay. Whatever's in there is fine. And I just stir it all the little tidbits. Now, this is the greatest pan because it's got the Teflon coating. Okay, so everything comes off pretty easily. If you had a pan that wasn't Teflon coated, then you would be more scraping off the bottom of the little bits and everything. But this is pretty much already dissolving. Okay, so we're going to let that heat up. Now, meanwhile, what we're going to do is we need to get a shaker jar. You know how you get jars and they got the measurings on the side? You try and save one of those with a lid. Alright, now I need to put some water in here. We're going to start with a half a cup of water. Should be cold water. If you use hot water, then when you put your starch in with your cornstarch, or if you do use flour, then that's what really makes it lumpy. So we start with a half a cup of that. And let's see, how much of this do I need? A fourth a cup. So the measure is a half a cup of water and a fourth a cup of your cornstarch. I might need to do this again because I have a lot of gravy. Put it in there. And then you shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Woo! Shake it up, baby. Woo! lose weight over Thanksgiving. By the time I'm done, I'm not that hungry. Alright, so, meanwhile, so that's in there for now. Now this should be heating up. You want to get this so it's bubbling before you put the cornstarch stuff in. It's taking a little while. This is how it's now bubbling. I'm going to put this down just a tad. Alright. Now, as it's bubbling, you take it and you pour it in, stirring at the same time. If you don't, it could get lumpy. Alright. And then you stir until it's thickened. Okay. Oh, Jack? The turkey can be cut.
Okay.
There's plates there you can put the turkey on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to test a gravy or sauce, don't take a spoon and then dip it in. You take your bread, swirl it around in there, let it cool off, and then taste it. So now we have our gravy. If I want a little thicker, I can always put in another half a cup of cold water and the Argo cornstarch and thicken it up. But I think this is fine because then it's less, you know, calories, right?
Okay, Ellen, thank you so much for Thanksgiving
See you
gravy.
next year.